All right, Jaylynn, I saw your email, so I went to look at your program. And so let me put this up on the screen so we can talk about this. So I went to Buzz and I found where this was waiting to be graded, and all I saw was this screenshot. I didn't see your program. There's a screenshot, but I said, okay, well, let me go look at the template. So here's your template from Google Classroom. And yep, save your program in idle, attach the file in Buzz, along with this template with the postmortem view. There's no answers on any of the postmortem view questions that you do after you write your question either. So I don't have anything to grade. When we started class this week, I spent like the first 10, 15 minutes of class saying, okay, a lot of people turned in the program last week, and a lot of people were not paying attention to the directions because they turned in screenshots instead of the program file, or they didn't fill out the template, or they didn't pay attention to the template that says write 5 print statements. It looks like a lot of people just turned in the sample lesson. We did the Hello World lesson we did during the lesson. That's not the assignment this week. You managed the trifecta. You did all 3. You turned in the sample program from the lesson. You didn't fill out the the template in Google Classroom, and you didn't give me your program. You just gave me a screenshot of it, so I can't run a screenshot. So right now it's a 0 because there's nothing I can grade. But I will set it where you can resubmit, go back and clean it up, do the actual program that it says on the template. It has everything. What you're really missing is 5 print statements. You didn't have 5 print statements. You didn't save your program in Python and give me the file, and you didn't fill out the template. So if you have questions, you might want to go back and watch the video from this week's class because I went over it pretty thoroughly, or go back and look at last week at the end of class when I went over the assignment. But if you have questions, email me. So, all right, we'll see you next week in class.